Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of JALEN Says, and today we're with Mikey Jay. How are you?
How you doing, man?
Great.
Good to have you.
Oh, good to have you.
Got you down
today
here.
We're in the studio, by the way. Yes, as you could see, his editor's right behind the camera too, just smiling. And They have a beast PC, by the way. It's incredible. It's huge.
Well, it's not mine. It's the studio's.
But that's a beast. Yeah. That's literally a beast. But yeah. So today, how are you doing?
I'm good, Jalen. I'm good.
How's life?
Life is a blessing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a blessing. Cannot complain.
Yes.
Good to go.
Yes. Happy New Year, by the way.
Yeah, same to you. Happy New Year, happy Hanukkah, happy everything.
Yeah.
I say happy Hanukkah. That's like Christmas time, man.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted, man.
So you right behind us, you're editing Time Matters, right? Yeah. So what made you think of this show? Movie.
You know, Time Matters was a film that I wrote and created around about five years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, 5 years ago. Wrote it, directed it, created it. Just did a lot of revisions to it. It actually started out in North Carolina with while I was on my tour promoting my single at the time. And myself and two radio personalities down in North Carolina, Mama Denise and Dee Dee Walker, did my interview. So after that, they took me to lunch at Ruby Tuesdays. So Mama Denise is holding my phone on Facebook Live, and I said to Dee Dee Walker, "Follow my lead. Just basically play along with me." She didn't know what to expect from that. So even though she was playing along, I had a ball. We had a ball. So I just started berating her on camera. People thought we were serious. We played it out so well. So with that being said, Dee Dee was like looking kind of flustered after a while. But Mama Denise was like, look, people are not liking, they thinking it's real. Yeah, they thought it was real. So I definitely have to give the credit to Dee Dee Walker because it was her idea to turn what we did into a film. So she asked me, she said, we should make a film about it. But let's make it about a woman who is berating her significant other. I thought it was a pretty good idea because you always hear about men in that position, but not women who do that. So I said, you write the script, I'll film it, but I'm not going to hold your hand. So I came up with the characters, the descriptions, the scenes, and everything. And she did a very good job. For a person who never wrote a script before, she did a very good job. So what I had to do, I just totally did a revamp and a revision of the script, but I still give her credit because if it wasn't for her saying, let's turn what we did in Ruby Tuesdays into a film, I probably wouldn't ever did Time Matters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Always give Dee Dee Walker her credit. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
So, what is your favorite scene, if you don't mind telling?
Oh, man.
You don't have to be too descriptive because you have to save it for the audience.
My favorite scene?
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely.
My kissing scene. Yeah. You know what? It's really hard, Jalen, to pick my favorite scene. It really is. Because there's just so many great scenes in it. And the feedback that we've received thus far has really been great, phenomenal. In New York, we did 3 sold-out shows. In Maryland, we did 2 sold-out shows.
Wow.
And in Ohio, we did 2 sold-out shows. So you know, as we're getting the opinions of the patrons, the testimonies, not one negative response nor comment. From people 17, 18, all the way up to 80 years of age are saying they couldn't even get up to use the restroom because they thought they was going to miss something, or different other comments such as that. So it was an honor. It was an honor. And I'm looking forward to continuing the theatrical tour.
Nice. So you also have like a red carpet in March for Atlanta, New York.
Yeah. So thus far, like I said, we've done New York, Ohio, and Maryland. They want us to come back to Maryland, Ohio, and New York. So coming up March 12th and March 13th, we're going to be in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be held at Timeless Entertainment Group. TEG is it's a film studio and an event space as well as a television studio. So we're going to be here Friday. We got a 4:00 and a 7:00. And then that Saturday, I believe there's a 4, a 7, and a 10, I believe. But everything's on Eventbrite, so everyone can just go to Eventbrite, type in Time Matters the Movie, Atlanta, Georgia, and all the information will definitely be up there. And I'm looking forward to inviting you to partake in not just one red carpet, but both red carpets. Because I'm not just going to be there, but we also have Shawnee Bellamy and Tammy Bailey, who are 2 actresses in the film that reside right here in Atlanta. So I work with actors from everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So speaking of Ohio, you also have you're shooting a movie there called Hopeless Romantic.
Yeah. So basically, I'm not supposed to be filming no other movies after 3 the Hard Way in June. This April, we're going to be rolling camera on Keys and Cuffs. And then in June, we're rolling camera for 3 the Hard Way. After 3 the Hard Way, I was going on a long, much-needed vacation. So I'm in Ohio, and I went into this. I was taken to lunch by Miss Evershonda Jacobs and her daughter, Kalima Shahada. They took me to this restaurant called Zanzibar's. And the food, listen, I don't know if you eat catfish. I don't know if you eat shrimp and grits.
Crawfish.
Nah, dude, I ain't doing no crawfish.
Everyone says that.
Man. I'm good. I am good. Catfish. I think I said catfish, shrimp and grits. I had the fried chicken, the collard greens, the baked macaroni and cheese. Yeah, it's that kind of spot. Mm. And I even encourage them to open up one in New York.
So what's it called again?
Zanzibar's. Mm. So we're in Zanzibar's, and as we're sitting around, I'm looking around, and the ambiance, it just reminded me of a romantic feel. Like you go there on a nice date. The lighting was right. The scenery, for me, it was sort of it was cinematic. So me looking at it visually, I'm like, I would shoot a romantic scene here. But I just said, instead of shooting a romantic scene, I would do a romantic film. And it's going to be based how they met in Zanzibar, which is a Black-owned restaurant in Cleveland, Ohio. So that's how I came up with the idea for Hopeless Romantic.
Wow.
And it will be filmed in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm looking forward to that. So if you live in the Cleveland area, if you'd like to partake, whether you live in the Cleveland area or not, you want to come out and be part of the film, I'll welcome you with open arms, you know?
Yes. Oh, we have an audience question. You're not embarrassed, or sorry, it's not you. You're not embarrassed or feel to kiss in front of a crowd.
You know what?
Are you embarrassed?
Yeah, it was. You always think you can do everything until a camera starts rolling on you for something different. Yeah. I wasn't embarrassed. I think I was more like not embarrassed. I was a little bit timid at first, you know? But it was with Bella Ray, and she, I was comfortable with that. I was comfortable with that. But now when I look at the scene, I'm like, yeah, that's my favorite scene right there.
Okay. So I also heard you're shooting 4 movies, including Hopeless Romantic. Are any other ones gonna be shooting in Ohio?
Well, actually, after Hopeless Romantic, maybe down the road. But right now we have a Chef's Ingredients to Deception. We have Keys and Cuffs. We have Chill Pill. We have Colorblind. Time Matters. And let me start over. We have a Chef's Ingredients to Deception. We're wrapping up in April.
Oh, what is that about?
That's based off of a true story, off of a novel with the same title. And it's basically about a Jamaican chef who has a girlfriend. This is a true story. Who has a girlfriend around his age, but marries a woman about 20 or 30 years his senior. And he says to the girlfriend, who finds out in the most precarious way that he got married to another woman. He says to her, he took one for the team. Yeah, so that movie in itself is coming out really, really great. And I'm looking forward to wrapping that up in April. So after the Chef's Ingredients to Deception is wrapped up, we're going to be filming Keys and Cuffs. While we're filming Keys and Cuffs, we're going to be releasing Chill Pill, my comedy. After we release Chill Pill, we're going to be rolling camera for 3 the Hard Way. After 3 the Hard Way, we're going to be releasing Colorblind. And then we're going to be rolling camera on Hopeless Romantic. So I know I'm forgetting a film, but we got 7 films this year. It was 6, but now it's going to be 7. 7 releases, all full-length feature films. And look at Tom Addis. That was a 7th film. Tom Addis came out February 15th. And I've been on a tour, a theatrical tour, since February 15th.
Yes. So I think I know what it's about, but what is Colorblind about?
Colorblind is a film that our elders would call everything spoken at the kitchen table that you would not speak about in public. So I touch on human rights, civil rights, gay rights. I touch on black and white relations and white and black relations. I touch on black on black hate, bigotry, prejudiceness. You name it. This film touches on every and anything, mental health, awareness in the black community as well. And I wrote every single script that you can think of for all the films.
Wow.
So it's a lot of work.
Yes. So what precautions are you taking for film during this pandemic?
All right, so basically the precautions that I take, myself being a diabetic, myself having other underlying conditions, I follow the science and not the politicians. Politicians will never be able to tell me how to walk, talk, and think when it comes to science. I follow the science. I follow the CDC guidelines. Everybody must wear a mask. Everybody must social distance. There's no more than 2 people per scene in all my films. If there is more than 1 person per scene, then the third person, everybody will be spread out accordingly. Everyone must submit their COVID-19 test results, not 5 days before. I want those results 3 days, 72 hours. Once the results are submitted, he or she cannot be in public without a mask or around anyone without a mask, whether they're family or a friend, because you never know what your family member or your friend is out there doing. So you still got to protect yourself. So aside from the mask and the hand sanitizing and the washing of the hands and the test results, I don't have craft services. What I offer the actors is the opportunity to order their own food from whatever menus we have from the surrounding restaurants, or we'll have the restaurants package up everyone's food individually when we get the orders. So there are so many precautions that I take, and I just really love the fact that I was able to film Time Matters safely, but I also give all my precautions and safety. Everything is in God's hands, and that's called faith. I just saw somebody ask about Three the Hard Way. The title Three the Hard Way, it is derived from the Fred Williamson, Jim Kelly, and Jim Brown film, but it's a totally different storyline, and the title is spelled differently. So my 3 the hard way is the number 3, and the hard way is combined. So my 3 the hard way is about three black mothers who deal with the NYPD on a whole different level. One mother's child is murdered by NYPD. Another mother's child is paralyzed, and another mother's child is brutally beaten by NYPD and brutalized. They're trying to get help from the NYPD superiors, the internal affairs, the mayors, the governors, the senators, you name it. No one's giving these women help. So they resort to taking matters into their own hands. And I'm really proud of this film because I want to show that Black women in America are just as strong mentally, emotionally, and physically as Black men. So this film is really focused on the strength of Black women through the hard way.
So is this your absolute dream job?
No, because it's not a job. A job, this is my dream. This is one of my dream careers. But aside from me being the hip hop artist I am in the mainstream as a major artist, films was always something I wanted to do since I was a youngin'. Since the age of G.I. Joes and early Transformers, I used to go in my backyard in my projects. We had this backyard with a bunch of bushes, and I would take my G.I. Joes and my Transformers and I have them fight each other. I'm like 7, 8 years old, and I got my toys fighting each other in the bushes and the dirt. And sometimes I may be taking a bath and having them act like they fighting in the tub and all that. So I always loved film. I just never thought that I would be producing, directing, and having my first full-length feature appearing in theaters. So this is definitely one of my dream careers, one of them. My music career it's just been so much of a blessing, to be who I am in the music industry. Whether someone knows the name Mikey Jay or just the face or vice versa, for God to afford me the 2 Grammy nominations I have, the 13 music awards I have, and to be honored 43 times for the philanthropic work that I've done in the urban communities, from Barack Obama to the United States Congress, the United States Senate, the United Nations, NAACP on many occasions, different organizations, mayors and governors and dignitaries, to honor you for the work you do in the community. That's just supersedes everything that I've done in music. I put those honors above my Grammy nominations and my music awards, because those were assignments that I was doing, that I still continue to do, that God gave me. And I didn't know what an assignment was many, many, many years ago. I didn't know what an assignment was. And now that I know what an assignment is now, I always look forward to the next assignment that God puts in front of me. That yes. God says, whether you know it's an assignment or not, you got to be your brother's keeper.
Yes.
So me being a benefactor for the 3 schools that I'm a benefactor for in the Bronx, and doing my toy drives for 18 years and giving clothes away and coats and sneakers, and just doing as much as I can with the resources that I do have. I don't ask for nothing back. It's not a tax write-off. I don't look for news cameras to be there. I just do it because that's my assignment, and I'm my brother's keeper, and I take that very, very serious.
Yes. So you also have a new single.
Yeah, Phenomenon. With an A. Phenomenon with an A.
Yes.
Spelled like that because it's hip hop. Everything hip hop is spelled different. So Phenomenon. I produced a track about maybe 5 years ago, and I wrote it up in Cleveland, and I laid it down. Big shout out to Rio Tracks for mixing and engineering my session in Cleveland, Ohio. And the single is doing real good. It's on iTunes, please. Phenomenon, PH, Phenomenon. So
that'll actually be coming up at the end of the video.
Dope. And yeah. Dope.
Yeah, as soon as the video gets processed.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So, is there any actor or actress that you like to work with?
I was just thinking about this.
Yeah.
There are many actors and actresses that I would love to work with. Chadwick Boseman is no longer here. He would have been real good to work with. Robert De Niro. I would love to work with Robert De Niro. Jamie Foxx. But I'll even go back further than that. I would love to work with James Earl Jones. Cicely Tyson was always a woman I wanted to work with. It was this one particular film that I started to write, I'll say about maybe 7-8 years ago. And I was watching Richard Pryor and Cicely Tyson. It's a comedy. I think it was Which Way Is it Bustin' Loose? Which Way Is Up? I can't remember the film, but it was Cicely Tyson and Richard Pryor. And I was going to do the remake of that film. And I should have stuck to it, because I was going to have Cicely Tyson bring her character back, but as an older character. So I was going to do a remake, but still have Cicely Tyson in the film. I believe anybody remaking certain films, you need to bring that original cast back in some form or fashion. That's like us as rappers not giving props to KRS-One if we're using KRS-One music, So Cicely Tyson, James Earl Jones, Denzel Washington, definitely. It's just so many actors out there that I would love to work with, Mark Wahlberg, Gerard Butler, Angela Bassett. I mean, you name it, man. But I really like to break new talent. So if there's new talent out there, I would love to have new talent.
Yes. It is important to do what you love. What steps did you take to prepare you for music and movies?
The steps that I took start from day one. My mom. I lost my mother a few years ago, and it was my mom who prepared me for those steps. She used to listen to everything. And when I say everything, my mom listened to country music, reggae, calypso, R&B, Motown, neo soul, soul, jazz. My mother wasn't eclectic, so that prepared me for my music career. Because even as a music, not just as a rapper, but as a music producer, I infuse a lot of that into my music. Disco, I love disco. I love rock. You name it. I mean, if it sounds good and it feels good, then I'm gonna do what I do.
Yes. As a kid, what is your most outrageous dream? Like being an astronaut or?
Honestly, I wanted to be a fireman. My mother said I should be a lawyer because I had a big mouth. She said I like to argue. My mother said she liked to argue when I was as a kid, but I wanted to be a fireman. I wanted to be a fireman for the New York Fire Department. Yeah.
Any reason?
No reason. Honestly, every time I hear a fire truck, I would just run to the window and just look at the fire truck go by. And I just love fire engines, and it just went from there. I wanted to be a fireman.
Why the New York?
Whether it was New York or anywhere, but definitely New York because that's where I'm from. I'm from the South Bronx, born and raised. So you should want to work in your community anyway you grew up in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
What is your favorite movie you created or that you just like watching?
That I myself put out or that I have coming out?
Something that you like watching or just something that you created.
All right. Let's go by genre. Wow. It's hard. Science fiction wise, I am a Star Wars super fanatic. I love Star Wars. I love Star Trek. Science fiction wise, I love Alien. I love Alien. I love Superman. That's not science fiction, but I just love Superman, Batman, Marvel. I had a serious comic book collection.
You had?
Yeah, I traded them away for G.I. Joes. Yeah, I know. That was dumb. That was real dumb. I know, man.
Yes,
I know.
yes, it was.
Let me wipe my eyes. I traded my comic books away for G.I. Joes.
I don't even know what G.I. Joe is.
G.I. Joe was a toy you wanted. Action figures. So I traded collectible items away for toys. But it's all good though.
How many?
I think it was about 8,000 comic books I traded away.
For how many toys?
You don't want to know. Way less than 8,000. Way less than 8,000. But it's okay. It's okay.
Did you have Spider-Man 1 in there?
Yeah, I had a lot of comics, man.
Man, Spider-Man 1, you could have got 8,000 G.I. Joes for Spider-Man 1.
I know. It was very foolhardy, and I know. Not cool.
Man.
I know.
You should have traded it for like something else, man.
I should have traded it for money years later.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
You should have traded it for money. I mean,
Yeah, it's cool though. It's
yep.
cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. What's your favorite one that you had?
Thor.
Which one? Thor 1, Thor 2, Thor
No,
3?
Thor. The whole Thor series. Everything Thor. Everything Spider-Man, Superman. I had DC and Marvel comics, so I had a mixture.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, G.I. Joe's will
X-Men.
be... Miss Karen said G.I. Joe's will be collectibles.
Yeah, but not as much as comic books.
Nope. How old were you?
At that time, about 11 or 12. 11 or 12 years old. I know.
Who did you sell it to? Did you just like walk up down the tree and then you're like, oh man, I heard you got the comics, man. You know, I get like 10 G.I. Joes.
I really don't remember who I sold them to. It was probably Sammy. I think it was Sammy. I don't remember, but I think it was my brother's friend, Sammy. I want my comic books back, Sammy.
So, okay. Enough about that. I'll talk to you about that life choice later.
I know.
Man. At least you played with your toys.
Yes, I did.
And read your comic book.
Yes, I did. Do you have kids? Yes, I have kids. Actually, my oldest son, he's rapping. My daughter, my middle daughter, Natalia, I draw. I am a prolific artist. I draw. She went to fashion school. She's an artist now, as well as a designer. One of my other daughters, my oldest daughter, actually, DeAndrea, she is actually into being creative. She's very creative, like, you know, just like her dad. And my youngest son, Anye, who all my companies are named after, he's a hardcore gamer like his dad, Xbox all day.
Yeah.
And he's very, very woke. He's very woke. He's very woke.
Tell him to 1v1 me. And he will destroy me.
He's into film, and he will destroy you in anything you do, bro.
Yep. Yeah. I should probably get better and probably get into tournaments, but
yeah,
probably.
You see, JALEN's one of them guys who, yeah. Tell him I'll crush him, and he won't even show up to the tournament.
Oh, they're collectibles now.
Yeah.
Do you still have any that are intact?
No, man. I don't. If ever, there are certain G.I. Joes that may be worth some money, but them comic books.
Man, I went to the store one day, wanted a Spider-Man 1 book like a fool, and thought it'd be there. Like a fool. And then they're like, oh yeah, it's just about like $200, like $300,000.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, and by the way, they're also out of stock. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But yeah, I'll talk about that life choice later. I'll talk. So, do you have any extreme hobbies that you'd be interested in? Skydiving,
no,
bull rising.
No.
You don't want to rise bulls?
Nope.
Raise bulls?
Nope.
Eat bulls?
I don't even take bull crap. You set yourself up for that one, young man. if I had an extreme hobby that I would do, I would skydive regularly, daily. I would skydive.
That's your choice, man.
Where can we see yours? All right, so my music is currently available on iTunes. My new single, Phenomenon, is on iTunes. Work-wise, if you go to my YouTube, you can see a lot of my previous videos. I will be shooting my newest video, Phenomenon, very soon. You can go to Michael Stephen Paul. I just started that brand new YouTube page strictly for my acting. You can go to Mikey Jay TV for a more in-depth catalog. Music videos. I got a lot of stuff up there for the ladies. Like Black Superman, Can't Change Me, Hero. I got my street music up there for the street, socially conscious music. But if you go to my SoundCloud, you will hear an eclectic dialogue. Socially conscious music, boom bap, you name it. It's on my SoundCloud at Mikey Jay. And definitely, please subscribe.
Yes, subscribe. Subscribe to both of us. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit that bell. Get notified when anything happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got comments in your Facebook.
Oh. Oh. So. Okay, that's better. While growing up, you had a bigger brother, right?
Well, my father had a bunch of children, 10 kids, and my mother would have had 3. But it was for my mom, it's only myself and my brother.
Now, I need to ask you this question. He did not advise you to not sell your comic books?
No.
You need to talk to him about that.
I know, it's too late. Like 30 years too late.
Yeah.
30 years too late. But you know what?
Yeah.
I got the memories right here.
Yeah.
And I had them in crates, dude. I had them in crates.
You had 80,000 comics.
Not 80,000.
Well,
8,000.
Well, you had 8,000 comics, man. Man, you should build a time machine and say, oh, and like let me go back in time to get those. That would really be nice, man.
Yeah, I know. But what's done is done. Yeah. Move on from there. You move on and you just say salute them.
Yeah. So we don't have any audience questions right now, but this is a very severe question. Now, did you see my last JALEN Says episode?
No.
The episode before that?
No.
The episode before that?
I'm still trying to see Sleep.
Well, good. That's great that you have.
But what I did see, congratulations on your movie role.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
See?
Thank you.
Congratulations on a lot of the things that I have been seeing on your Facebook lately. I didn't see the last JALEN Says, but I have seen your recent accomplishments.
Well, that's good that you haven't seen the last JALEN Says, because this would spoil it for you. Because I have a pretty hard question that I just added.
What is it?
I can't tell you until like about 45 minutes into the episode. So
45 minutes?
Yep.
Or 45 seconds?
Nope, 45 minutes. I'm just letting you have the suspense and just wait for it.
This guy's something else. It ain't what Mikey says, it's what JALEN says.
Bravo, man. Bravo. JALEN, don't put a knife in him. He misses his comic books.
You don't like missing comic. I know. I do. See, now you gonna put my comic books up. Yeah, I do miss my comics. I should have never got rid of them.
G.I. Joe's, man.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's the past, man. That's the past. You're making some great life choices now.
Pretty much.
Yep. Yeah. Great. Okay.
Talk about the song.
Oh yes, I just did. I will put that up at the end. The song will be put up at the end. By the way, I'm just pulling it up right now. So
Yeah, Phenomenon's on iTunes right now.
yes,
Definitely.
yes. I'll put it up right after this interview. So
Dope.
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 Okay. Okay. So if you could be anywhere right now, where would you be?
In a bed sleep. In a bed sleeping. I'm exhausted. Like, look at me. I'm exhausted. I am fighting sleep. I am fighting that's like the devil trying to fight God. I am losing a never-ending battle with sleep. Yeah. And the fact that I'm on one, I only have to use the utilage of one of my legs until it heals from the surgery I just had.
Mm.
Yeah.
What was that surgery about?
I had to get knee surgery.
Mm.
I was hit by a bad individual while we was filming Time Matters.
Mm.
He took off, but they got him. And he's a city official in a city official vehicle. Yeah, but I'm here.
Could you sue him?
Yeah, that's why I can only speak about, the city official, not what he does. It's certain capacity of the situation I really can't speak about, but that's everything's in litigation as we speak.
Mm.
Big shout out to my lawyer.
Nice. So this is a weird question, but how did it feel getting hit by a nasty individual?
I'm just glad I'm alive.
Yes.
So when I got hit, they wanted me to lay up in the hospital for about 30 days, maybe 2 months, because of the injury I suffered. I have to get 2 knees. So I was supposed to get 2 knee surgeries and my back surgery. So far, I only have 1 knee surgery. The other knee surgery and the back surgery has been put on hold because of COVID. So to be on a tour, you can't run to your flight to catch your flight if you're running late. It's a lot of handicaps. It really is. It's a lot of handicaps, and it was very depressing, very stressful. The day that I got hit, the next day I was on crutches with a brace, filming. And I did that because I was determined not to let the devil win.
Yes. I mean, there are some good sides to it, the handicap spaces.
Oh yeah, I got that tag, bro. I got that tag. They gave me that. I could park anywhere. But I'm just glad I'm alive, man. But my legal team is dealing with that situation, and that situation is not looking good for that individual or that particular city in New York. Yeah.
So you were filming this while this happened?
Yeah.
So you were at the actual filming site?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
God.
Those that seen it. Those that heard it, see me falling to the ground. And everybody that's seen it, even those after that heard it, see me falling, they said he stopped his car, looked at me falling, and then drove off. Sped off. sped off.
Mm.
But God is great, Jalen. And I want to say that because at the end of the day, I hope the trials and tribulations that I've been through in my life will uplift, inspire, and encourage others to not let anything hold them back. Do what you got to do. The devil will never win unless you let him. Never give anyone your power. And if you have, take your power back. You control your earthly destiny.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
God controls your earthly life. You know?
Yes.
Whatever path you lay for yourself, God has a path as well for you. So God will let you walk your path for now. But when he wants to steer you away from that path, and you keep trying to go this way, and you keep getting steered that way, yeah, that's God. So I just encourage everybody, don't let nothing get you down, depressed. Don't let nothing take you off of your square. Just keep pushing forward. Just keep pushing forward.
Yes. Yes. What hobbies do you like to do?
What hobbies?
Mm-hmm. Cooking.
I love to cook.
What's
love
your
to cook.
favorite meal to prepare?
Anything that my stomach agrees with. I love shrimp. I love lobster tails. I love Cornish hens. I love turkey wings.
Yeah.
I love lamb chops. I love pork chops. Yeah, I eat pork. But I don't eat chitlins, hog maws. I eat none of that. I love Thanksgiving ham. Specifically my mom's, but you know, my mom's no longer here. I love baked macaroni and cheese. I love collard greens. I love kale. I love rice and peas. I love oxtail. I love curry goat. They like, you know. I love roti. If you know, you know. You hear the accent. You hear the accent. If you don't, you don't. Right? All right.
Yeah.
And I love cereal. Cream of wheat.
Oh, that's my stuff.
All day. Cream of wheat. I love Raisin Bran by Kellogg's. I love Fruit Loops. I used to love Fruity Pebbles until they changed the recipe. Walmart, what are you selling? I used to love Captain Crunch. But Walmart, what are you? I don't know what's going on with the cereals nowadays. They're not the same, dude. They're not.
Yeah, you know. My favorite thing that I have, well, it's not my complete favorite. There's a big list that reached the top, so it's kind of like fighting to get the number one space. But one of my favorite foods that I thought was sweet potatoes my entire life.
Oh yeah, sweet potatoes. I love steak.
It wasn't sweet potatoes.
Oh.
It was the carrots stuff, you know, with the marshmallows on top sometimes.
Sweet potatoes.
No, sometimes comes in carrot form.
Okay. All right. Well, me, I love sweet potatoes and I love steak.
I love crawfish. Why does everyone on my show say that?
Because when I eat a crawfish, man. Listen.
God.
This kid's something else, man.
Me and my mom have a crawfish eating competition. Why are you looking at us like that?
Is that like a southern thing? Watch your foot.
My mom loves mussels.
I love clams. Cooked, steamed. Mussels, I can't do it. I love steamed clams. I don't eat octopus.
You're saying everything that we eat.
Mm.
We eat like baby octopus, mussels, crawfish. Seaweed salad. Seaweed.
Are y'all related to Shawnee Williams?
Yes.
Because y'all a bunch of rabbits.
Now.
Matter of fact, Bella Ray's added to that category too, because she just stopped eating meat. I'm a carnivore. I'm going to eat meat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess it's time. It's been over 5 minutes since the time mark. Are you ready for this hard question?
Yes, sir.
This is the hardest question I ever asked anyone.
Ask away.
But before that, here's another question.
But it can't be the hardest question because God, through Jesus Christ, had the hardest question.
Yeah.
I'll let you figure that one out. Now, what's your question?
But before that, let's have another question. So, what was your favorite grade in school?
My favorite grade?
Yes.
JALEN, honestly, I don't remember, man. I don't remember. First grade, I got beat with keys by my teacher because I've done Miss Fisher. Miss Fisher, you beat me with keys, Miss Fisher. So you know what a lanyard is, right? Okay, so they had the skinny one with the whistle. Remember? She had her keys on there with a whistle. My first grade teacher, Miss Fisher. She beat me with keys, man. She beat me in the first grade with keys. And then washed my mouth out with soap. Pulled the soap from her desk and washed my mouth out with soap. She didn't need the keys. The soap was enough punishment. But Miss Wickens, my kindergarten teacher, and Miss Holmes. Oh, Miss Holmes. That one teacher that you're like, oh, if only I was so many years older. Miss Holmes had red hair, fair skin. She was like, I was Romeo, she was Juliet. And she was like, Mikey-o, wherefore art thou, Mikey-o? And I was like, it is I, Miss Holmes. Yes.
My God.
I had some mean teachers, and I had Miss Holmes was my favorite class because she was like, let me do it again.
God. Okay, now it's time for the hardest question. But before that, how do we find you?
You all can please follow me on Instagram at Mikey Jay's IG. MikeyJaysig. You'll see an American flag and a Trinidadian flag together. You can also find me on YouTube at Mikey J TV, Michael Stephen Paul. Those are my two YouTube channels. You can also find me on SoundCloud at Mikey J. iHeartRadio. I've been up there since the beginning of my music career. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Mikey J. You can also find me on Twitter at Team Mikey J. And if you just Google my name, a lot of other stuff pop up. But go to AIGNE AIGNE filmgroup.com, and you would definitely be able to read more about me. But just please follow me, subscribe to my channels. And anybody that's going to be in the Atlanta area, March 12th and March 13th, I am asking you for your support. This film, and I'm just going by what the spectators have said, this film is great. So please, there's social distancing. We could put 300 people in here, but we only put in 75 guidelines. And we will be at the Timeless Entertainment Group, TEG Film Studios, $29.95. What's the street again?
What's the street? $29.95.
$29.95.
Address it. Courtyard Drive.
Thank you.
$29.95 Courtyard Drive, Atlanta, Georgia. $29.95 Courtyard Drive, Atlanta, Georgia. March 12th, March 13th, go to Eventbrite and you'll be able to see the tickets that you want. Tell a friend, bring a family member, whatever you do, please help us fill them seats.
How do they get their ticket?
Go to eventbrite.com for all your tickets.
Yes, yes. Now, it's time for the hardest question.
Shoot.
Why did you sell your comic books for G.I. Joe? No, that's not the hardest question. What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is blue.
Why?
For two reasons. I'm not gonna tell you the first reason. My favorite color is blue because I just love blue. It's a color that's not associated with depression, stress. You know, it's a color that's associated with the sky and heaven, and you know, a lot of good things about blue.
Yes.
Shout out to my blue family.
Yes. So, guys, right after this is edited, you'll be seeing his new single. Yes, yes. A trailer for Time Matters.
Yes.
Yes. And, guys, stay tuned and subscribe to his YouTube.
And
Like him on Facebook.
And subscribe to my iTunes as well.
Yes.
Under Mikey Jay. And please download that new single Phenomenon with a PH, not PHE.
Yes. So thank you guys and stay tuned. Bye.